distant lands our forefathers came, some seeking adventure, some bound in chains. Through battles waged and fought, through victory and pain, by test of their courage, our freedom was gained. In homage to those gone before us, the heroes of lands in the sun, we vow to join hands and to focus on building one Caribbean. Raise your voices high and sing of your Caribbean pride. Sing it loud and strong, feel our hearts beat as one. Celebrate in song as we rise to heights where we belong. Sound the victory drum for CARICOM. Though great and diverse be our ethnicities, the bonds that unite us are stronger than these. We dine, we pray, we love, we dance and we play. We relate to each other, the rest enjoy. Today as a people united, determined and steadfast we stand. We look to a brand new horizon, the future now firmly in our hands. Raise your voices high and sing of your Caribbean pride. Sing it loud and strong, feel our hearts beat as one. Celebrate in song as we rise to heights where we belong. Sound the victory drum for CARICOM. Hele, hele, bravo. Open your sting, CARICOM. Leve, leve, wow. Naki your drum, CARICOM. Tabu, ya tabu, wow. Open your sting, CARICOM. Leve, leve, wow. Raise your voices high and sing of your Caribbean pride. Sing it loud and strong, feel our hearts beat as one. Celebrate in song as we rise to heights where we belong. Sound the victory drum for CARICOM. Hele, hele, bravo. Open your sting, CARICOM. Leve, leve, wow. Hele, hele, tabu, ya tabu, wow. Naki your drum, CARICOM. Leve, leve, wow.
Mrs. Beverly Harry Emmanuel, Advisor, Social Development, CARICOM Secretariat. Dr. Hilary Brown, Program Manager, Culture and Community Development, CARICOM Secretariat. Dr. Jasmine Babb, Chairman of the National Cultural Foundation. Ms. Carol Roberts, CEO of the National Cultural Foundation and Festival Director of CARIFESTA 15. Ms. Susan Jones Benjamin, Chair of the Regional Cultural Committee. Regional Cultural Committee delegates, Interim Festival Directorate delegates, distinguished colleagues, specially invited guests, staff of the Division of Culture and the National Cultural Foundation, staff of the CARIFESTA Secretariat, staff of the CARICOM Secretariat, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the media launch of CARIFESTA 15 right here in beautiful Barbados, where the arts live, breathe, and unite the region. I'm your host for this evening, Jewel Ford, and also local media relations and communications coordinator for CARIFESTA 15. Let me begin by acknowledging and extending a warm CARIFESTA welcome to our distinguished guests. We thank you all for being here and for your commitment to making CARIFESTA 15 a true celebration of Caribbean creativity, connection, and community. It is my pleasure to guide you through this evening's exciting program as we kick off the countdown to the Caribbean's greatest cultural celebration this August from the 22nd to the 31st. Throughout the evening, we'll be sharing with you cultural vignettes from stakeholders who participated in both CARIFESTAs held in Barbados in 1981 and 2017, and telling us how it impacted their lives. To officially open this evening's program, please join me in welcoming the chairman of the National Cultural Foundation and a woman who is the poster child for Cropover and Grand Kadooment, Dr. Jasmine Babb.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for that, Joel. Members of the Regional Cultural Committee of CARICOM, members of the Board of the National Cultural Foundation, Ms. Carol Roberts, Chief Executive Officer of the NCF, senior government officials, Dr. Hilary Brown, Program Manager, Culture and Community Development at CARICOM, members of the National Organizing Committee and the Festival Directorate, representatives of partnering agencies, special invited guests, members of the media. It is my honor to be here today amidst such vibrant energy as we officially launch CARIFESTA 15. Your presence underscores the significance of this moment, not just for Barbados, but for the entire Caribbean region and indeed the world. CARIFESTA has, for over 40 years, stood as a cornerstone of regional unity and a magnificent celebration of our diverse cultural heritage. It is a testament to the enduring spirit and creativity of the Caribbean people. This year, as we prepare to host CARIFESTA 15 from August 22nd to the 31st, we do so under the powerful and timely theme, Caribbean Roots, Global Excellence. We gather at a crucial juncture for our region. The Caribbean, like many parts of the world, is grappling with climate vulnerability, economic inequality, the rapid evolution of new technologies, and instances of social intolerance. These issues have tested our resolve and threatened our way of life. CARIFESTA 15 is more than just a festival. It is a profound response to these challenges. This year's festival is specifically aligned to the global call to put cultural heritage, arts, and creative sectors at the heart of climate action. We are committed to setting a new benchmark for sustainability within the Caribbean's cultural sector. This means applying innovative solutions in sustainable event planning and design, waste management, carbon emission reduction, and fostering public engagement and sensitization on climate-conscious behavior. Beyond sustainability, CARIFESTA 15 embraces innovation in its broadest sense. We are pioneering the use of NFTs for digital art and memorabilia, thus creating new revenue streams for our artists. We are implementing multilingual translation services to ensure broader audience participation and increasing access for the disabled community through audio descriptions, sign language interpretations, and enhanced mobility pathways. You will also experience a virtual CARIFESTA platform featuring augmented reality and AI-generated content, alongside a convenient CARIFESTA app for seamless registration and accreditation. And for the first time, we have CARIFESTA Live, a dedicated studio space for real-time collaboration among artists. Our comprehensive calendar of events is thoughtfully structured around three core tenets that define our reality. These are where we have come from, honoring our heritage, celebrating our deep cultural and historical roots, where we are, celebrating Caribbean excellence, highlighting our unparalleled achievements and contributions on the global stage, and where we are going, building a sustainable and resilient future, exploring our resilience and adaptability in the face of global change. Barbados, with its current leadership, continues to play a leading role on the world stage in advocating for positive change and transformation. Hosting CARIFESTA 15 allows us to articulate this agenda and its core values in the most creative and visionary ways. It provides a unique platform for the Caribbean to engage the world and to make sense of current global energy and to harness favorable outputs for the common global good. To the media, we invite you to be our partners in telling this incredible story of CARIFESTA 15. Your platforms are vital in sharing the magic, the talent, the discussions, and the solutions that would emerge from this momentous festival. We eagerly anticipate welcoming the region and the world to Barbados from August 22nd to the 31st for an unforgettable celebration of Caribbean roots, global excellence. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those thoughtful remarks, Dr. Jasmine Babb, Chairman of the National Cultural Foundation. And ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Ambassador David Commichong, the ambassador to CARICOM. And now we're thrilled to share with you a video message from the Honorable Mia Amor Motley, SCMP, Prime Minister of Barbados.
Hello all, to my dear Caribbean family and friends of the Caribbean the world over. This is your sister inviting you to CARIFESTA, the most spectacular, exquisite festival of the Caribbean arts ever. After a 6-year hiatus due to the COVID pandemic, we are hyped and ready to celebrate the sheer joy of being Caribbean. The government and people of Barbados, my friends, have the honor of hosting the 15th edition of CARIFESTA, from the 22nd of August to the 31st of August of this year. I can assure you that we are hard at work here and that it will be beyond your expectations. The climate crisis, my friends, coupled with global economic uncertainties and the terrors of war and rumors of war, have become staples, regrettably, of our daily diet in the last few years. And in the face of these challenges, we can sometimes feel completely helpless. Yet we also know well the deep sources of our own power, the power which on the most difficult days helps us to get up, rise up, take a few steps, and face the world, ready to engage, come what may. Like a promise eternally fulfilled, joy always, always comes in the morning. This is the resilience that defines us as people of the Caribbean. We are no ordinary people nor no ordinary generation. We carry the DNA of ancestors who survived the very worst with a heroism and a heroism that ensured that their children, grandchildren, and great-great-great-grandchildren would one day be carried safely ashore to a world of freedom with respect for their humanity. It is at times like this when we still quietly grieve for the thousands of loved ones lost to a pandemic, and when, try as we can, we just can't find firm ground under our feet, that we turn to each other, hold hands, look each other in the eye, and rediscover our inherent capacity for a joy that soothes our pain and opens our hearts to the magical powers of hope. It is this tradition of resilience, my friends, that has and continues to sustain and inspire us to give of our very best. This is why CARIFESTA 15 will be no ordinary festival. We intend to be true to our theme of Caribbean roots, global excellence, as we reflect on and celebrate and showcase who we truly are. What it will be is the explosive unleashing of the grand reservoir of Caribbean creativity and capacity for celebration. Yes, yes, we have earned this moment, and we must claim it. CARIFESTA will commemorate where we've come from, where we are at this moment in time, and where we're going on our road to transformation. I want to therefore invite you to join us here in Barbados from August 22nd to August 31st for CARIFESTA 15. Bring your music, your art, your craft, your dancing, your drama, your food, your drink, your stories, your ideas, your experience, your laughter, your joy, and of course, your love. Bring it all and together. Let us share it with the world. As we would say here at home, miss it and blame yourself. I hope to see you there.
CARIFESTA has been, in my opinion, one of the best developments with regards to Caribbean culture and more specifically the Barbadian cultural landscape. I remember the first CARIFESTA that was held here in 81, I think. That resulted in a significant move forward with regards to transfer of knowledge technologically in the arts. From a point of view of giving the artist a sense of belonging and a sense of importance and a sense that they could make a contribution to the economic development of Barbados and that they could make a living from the arts. That first CARIFESTA played a very important part.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Mr. Gilbert Rowe. He's one of Barbados' premier entertainment promoters and one of the founders of the Barbados Jazz Festival. Next, we welcome to the podium a tireless advocate for regional culture and creativity, Dr. Hilary Brown, Program Manager for Culture and Community Development at the CARICOM Secretariat. Dr. Brown.
Good evening. Ambassador David Commission, Mrs. Beverly Harry Emanuel, Advisor, Social Development, CARICOM Secretariat, Dr. Jasmine Babb, Chairman of the NCF, Ms. Carol Roberts, CEO, NCF, and Festival Director for CARIFESTA 15, members of the Interim Festival Directorate, our Directors of Culture in the Regional Cultural Committee, and Ms. Susan Jones-Benjamin, Chair of the Regional Cultural Committee. What a joy it is to be here, to be launching CARIFESTA 15. I can hardly contain my joy and excitement. The Caribbean Festival of Arts is a multidisciplinary roving mega event, very unique, that showcases the cultural expressions of artists in over 25 countries in our Caribbean region. It is a highly valued regional cultural space where the Caribbean proclaims the vision, the values, the talent, and the passion that we have for ourselves and our culture through the creative expressions of our many outstanding artists. The CARIFESTA journey began in 1972 at a special moment in the history of our region, when the nations and people of the Caribbean were focused on gaining independence, on nation building, and on regional integration. And this mood was mirrored among the arts community in the region. And it was in fact a group of artists attending an artists and writers convention in Guyana in 1970 who highlighted the need for a regional forum to showcase the rich cultural heritage of the region and recognize its outstanding artists and art forms. They appealed to then Prime Minister of Guyana, the Honorable Lyndon Forbes Burnham, who offered to initiate the process by organizing the first CARIFESTA in Guyana in 1972. And it was in fact President Burnham who once famously said, "Culture makes the small man into a big man." So this gave birth to the Caribbean Festival of Arts, which since its inception has been held 14 times in 8 countries. And Barbados has the honor and the distinction of now hosting it for the 3rd time. Yes, excellent. It is against this backdrop that CARIFESTA has developed as an important innovation in the regional cultural context. The festival has had great success in terms of its entertainment value and in creating a forum for sharing and exchange among the region's artists. Over its 50-year history, CARIFESTA has raised public awareness of the value and importance of artists and the arts, and it has contributed to the process of cultural and regional integration by strengthening perceptions of Caribbean unity and Caribbean identity. A strategic plan and a new CARIFESTA model was introduced in 2004, which seeks to ensure that CARIFESTA is more dynamic, economically viable, and meets the expectations of regional and international audiences. Steps have been taken with the staging of each CARIFESTA since 2006 to strengthen the management and organization of the festival, to increase promotion of the event through new media channels, and to increase the value of the event to artists. And it is through the work of our artists, through our directors who are here this week, the Regional Cultural Committee, through the Interim Festival Directorate, the regional management body of CARIFESTA, our ministers of culture, and so many more of our key stakeholders. It is through their advocacy and their commitment to CARIFESTA that enables it to continue to thrive and to remain relevant to the people of the region through innovations such as scaling up the business component of the festival. It is also very important for us to always pay attention to the youth involvement in the festival, and I'm happy to hear that CARIFESTA 15 will have a robust youth village. It remains then only for me to express my deep appreciation on behalf of CARICOM and the Secretary General, Her Excellency Carla Barnett, to the government and people of Barbados for demonstrating your commitment to culture, your commitment to regional integration, and your commitment to CARICOM's togetherness. In a few days, Barbados will be abuzz with CARIFESTA 15. And I know it will be an unforgettable experience that is true to its theme, Caribbean Roots, Global Excellence. Thank you.
Another round of applause there for Dr. Hilary Brown, Program Manager for Culture and Community Development at the CARICOM Secretariat. Dr. Brown is wedded to this festival and its development, so thank you very much, Dr. Brown. We will now hear from another strong regional voice. Unfortunately, Dr. Carla Burnett, Secretary General of CARICOM, could not join us in Barbados, but she sent this video message.
The first Caribbean Festival of Arts, CARIFESTA, was held in Guyana in 1972. Since then, CARIFESTA has been held in several CARICOM member states and in Cuba. Each event has been a tangible and powerful expression of regional culture, integration, and unity. Cultural practitioners from diverse backgrounds have come together for a harmonious display of artistic and creative excellence, which fostered deeper connections, a shared sense of purpose, and meaningful contributions to the cultural economy and the wider society. The world will again be treated to a Caribbean cultural feast when CARIFESTA 15 is staged in beautiful Barbados from the 22nd to the 31st of August 2025. We thank the government and people of Barbados for opening their doors to the artists, musicians, authors, and other cultural practitioners who will showcase the vibrant colors and textures of Caribbean culture in all their richness and diversity. Across CARICOM, excitement is growing as skills in dance, drama, photography, folk art, music, and the culinary arts are fine-tuned to present a diverse and captivating display of Caribbean creative expression. This will be Caribbean culture at its best. Come to CARIFESTA and relive the flavors and fragrances of your childhood. Come to learn of Caribbean heroes, icons, traditions, and legends. Come to experience the rich tapestry of Caribbean creative expression. CARICOM waits to welcome you to its cultural extravaganza, CARIFESTA 15.
Dr. Carla Barnett, Secretary General of CARICOM. And now representing the Regional Cultural Committee, please welcome the newly minted chairman of that committee, Ms. Susan Jones Benjamin.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Mrs. Beverly Haran Emmanuel, Advisor, Social Development, CARICOM Secretariat. Dr. Hilary Brown, Program Manager, Culture and Community Development, CARICOM Secretariat. Dr. Jasmine Bob, Chairman, NCF. Ms. Carl Roberts, CEO, NCF and Festival Director. Fellow colleagues from Caribbean Islands, distinguished colleagues, specially invited guests, Regional Cultural Committee delegates, staff of Division of Culture and the NCF, staff of the CARIFESTA Secretariat, staff of the CARICOM Secretariat, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, pleasant good evening to all. Pleasant good evening. I stand here as chair of this year's Regional Cultural Committee, the RCC, with a deep sense of humility and pride to deliver brief remarks at this media launch to mark the opening of CARIFESTA 15, 2025, held in this beautiful and cultural space in Barbados. We as leaders and head of delegations are in preparation to experience this Caribbean regional cultural experience. We are filled with joy and excitement. This festival offers the platform to celebrate our similarities and embrace our differences in unity and harmony. It is through this platform that each country is able to bring their own uniqueness, style, and creativity. It is indeed a pleasure and a privilege to stand here with my fellow colleagues, friends, and well-wishers to invite everyone present and those virtually to make preparations to participate in the vast areas being offered at CARIFESTA 15, such as fashion, film, culinary, visual and literary arts, craft, etc. Therefore, come to Barbados and experience the energy, the color, the vibe, the vigor, and the flavor of the Caribbean, of our Caribbean brothers and sisters from the 22nd to the 31st of August, 2025, under the theme, Caribbean Roots, Global Excellence. Looking forward to seeing each and every one of you here with me in Barbados. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Susan Jones Benjamin. To walk us through the vision for CARIFESTA 15, let's welcome our festival director, Carol Roberts, who will give us an overview of the festival and what we can expect. FD?
Ambassador to CARICOM, His Excellency David Commichon, Mrs. Beverly Harry Emanuel, Advisor, Social Development at the CARICOM Secretariat, Dr. Hilary Brown, Program Manager, Culture and Community Development at the CARICOM Secretariat, Dr. Jasmine Babb, Chairman of the NCF and members of the Board of Directors of the National Cultural Foundation, Ms. Susan Jones Benjamin, newly elected Chair of the RCC, Interim Festival Directorate delegates, Regional Cultural Committee delegates, distinguished colleagues, specially invited guests, staff of the NCF and the Division of Culture and of the CARIFESTA Secretariat and the CARICOM Secretariat, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. And the vibe in here is really, really good, so I can just imagine what the CARIFESTA vibe will be like. It's an absolute honor to give you just a brief overview of CARIFESTA 2025. To do that, I take you back to the origins. Since its debut in Guyana in 1972, CARIFESTA has taken place in 8 Caribbean nations, each one infusing the festival with local soul and flair. More than a celebration, CARIFESTA is a living testament to Caribbean unity, resilience, and our shared cultural pride. With 14 vibrant editions behind us, the 15th CARIFESTA returns to Barbados, reigniting the spirit of one people, one voice, and one powerful creative heartbeat. Following CARIFESTA in 1981 under the theme Living Images of the Sun, and CARIFESTA 13 in 2017 with the theme Asserting Our Culture, Celebrating Ourselves. Each hosting reflected the spirit of the times. 1981 captured the pride of a newly independent nation's asserting cultural identity, while in 2017 we celebrated the region's creative industries and the power of our Caribbean people telling our own stories. And now in 2025, the theme Caribbean Roots Global Excellence brings both legacies forward and merges them beautifully. It honors the traditions that define us while positioning Caribbean culture as a global force for unity, sustainability, and innovation. This theme is especially timely for all of us in the Caribbean. As the region faces urgent challenges, climate change, economic inequality, migration, and threats to cultural heritage, CARIFESTA will celebrate where we have been, where we are, and where we are poised to go in the future. And so a whole of government approach is being taken to the planning and execution of CARIFESTA 15. A national organizing committee supports the Secretariat along with key agencies, including the Disaster Emergency Management Team, the Barbados Police Service, the Barbados Fire Service, the Barbados Defense Force, the Transport Board, the airport, customs, and immigration, among others, ensuring safety, logistics, and readiness. The Ministries of Health and Wellness, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, and the Ministry of Tourism, all providing, among other things, diplomatic, medical support, and international brand marketing. It's a united national effort for a world-class celebration. And at this point, I ask you to join me in giving a round of applause to all of the agencies of the National Organizing Committee who to date have been tirelessly working to ensure that not just the plans for CARIFESTA, but the execution of CARIFESTA will happen as successfully as possible. A key pillar for CARIFESTA 15 is our sustainability programming, and I want to pay particular attention to them. And so our proposed initiatives include a green vendor policy, where all vendors will be required to use biodegradable packaging, solar-powered stations, solar charging hubs at lounge and rest areas at the CARIFESTA Village and Grand Market, an e-waste collection initiative where stations at venues for electronic waste disposal will be installed, a general waste management plan where we will be recycling, among other things, plastics for visual arts projects, carbon emissions reduction, a collaboration with Pickup Barbados for eco-transport and offset strategies. But you want to know the programming highlights. CARIFESTA is about culture, it's about the arts, it's about entertainment, having a good time, breaking bread, having libations together. So, some of our programming highlights include 4 super concerts, a series of icon nights and innovation of CARIFESTA 15, where we pause, reflect, and celebrate the outstanding contributions of Caribbean icons in the arts. The largest Grand Market at 45,000 square feet. A series of big conversations where we look back, unpack, have, as I said, big conversations about things that matter to us as people of the Caribbean and of the diaspora. A contingent coming from Ghana, where among fashion, film, dance, food, and a slew of other things, they will be joining the CARIFESTA family this year. A youth village dedicated to seeing arts, culture, and our Caribbean reality through the eyes of our young people. Daily fashion shows, major theatrical productions, AI integration in performances and in event production, performances from world-renowned dance companies, a wellness day activity, culinary showcases including street food and sustainability approaches to preparing food in Barbados and across the Caribbean, film screenings in national and community spaces across the island, and a dynamic and diverse symposium series. And CARIFESTA always leaves a positive footprint. And so this year, for our legacy component of CARIFESTA 15, we're pleased to announce a series of new venues purpose-built for cultural and creative preservation: the Richardstown Amphitheater, the Performing Arts Center at Newton, and of course the CARIFESTA Village and Grand Market at Waterford. capacity building in the technical areas of sound, stage, management, rigging, and lighting. And this expressed itself in a series of very well subscribed training initiatives held just last month with both local and world-renowned experts in the area of sound, stage, rigging, and lighting. Documentation through our monitoring and evaluation data capture for future-proofing the festival. Integration of new technologies, including chatbots in event planning and management, and the integration of sustainability models in event planning. And so we invite the region and the world to experience the heartbeat of Caribbean culture at CARIFESTA 15 in Barbados from August 22nd to 31st, 2025. At this time, I also ask you again to join me in welcoming, and they will be back, my colleagues from across the CARICOM region and the Caribbean. So the CARICOM member states and associated states, they're here today. We had a very successful IFD meeting yesterday, an RCC meeting today. I'm not going to ask you to come forward and introduce yourselves because I know that will take too much time, but please give them a warm Bajan welcome. I can tell you that, like Barbados, they are very hard at work, and some of their programming that they're shared with us today had our mouths watering creatively, because so much will be coming to CARIFESTA across all the disciplines. This landmark celebration of creativity, resilience, and unity will showcase the best of Caribbean arts, from music, dance, and theater to film, fashion, food, and the visual arts. And so whether you're a cultural enthusiast, an artist, a curious traveler, CARIFESTA 15 promises an unforgettable journey into the soul of the Caribbean. So I invite you all, wherever you are, to join us as we celebrate who we are, as we tell our stories, and as we shape the future together. Barbados is ready to welcome you. CARIFESTA 15 is also currently being executed by a multidisciplinary team of approximately 530 people to date. CARIFESTA will also provide opportunities for SMEs to participate in the provision of products and services during the period for visiting delegations and persons attending the festival. And I specifically wanted to end on that note, just to again signal the purpose of CARIFESTA, the multiplicity of areas in which everyone can participate. So very soon we will once again be sending out calls for transport providers, for liaison officers, and for a wide range of other services and activities for the festival. I keep saying to my team, CARIFESTA is a regional festival being staged in Barbados, not a Barbados festival with regional components. And it is very important to remember that as we get ready to host the world, either in person or digitally on the multiple platforms. This is our moment as a region. This is our moment as a country to show off the very best of who we are in the most magical of ways. We really look forward to working with you and to welcoming the world to CARIFESTA 15. Thank you.
In my previous experiences at CARIFESTA, I was able to gain so much knowledge about the cultures of our neighboring islands through dance, through music, through the arts, and I was able to do so right at home in Barbados. This meant that I was able to take classes from some of the best in the region that would have otherwise been a costly experience. One of my most cherished memories of CARIFESTA was hosting, at the time, a stranger, but no, a very dear friend to my heart, just to assist with accommodation. And that led to a beautiful friendship. And it just reminds you of the links and connections and working relationships and friendships that you're able to build in the CARIFESTA space. CARIFESTA 15 2025 is happening in Barbados. I hope to see you and all the other amazing artists outside experiencing everything that the festival has to offer.
That was Nandi, one of our finest dancers. She also danced with Marshall Montano with his team, and she was there telling us about the vibes and the unity and the opportunities to train and the workshops that she participated in CARIFESTA 2017. To paint the full picture of the festival's artistic programming, please welcome the artistic lead of CARIFESTA 15, Michelle Cox. Michelle?
Ambassador to CARICOM, His Excellency David Commichon, Mrs. Beverly Emmanuel, Harry Emmanuel, apologies, Advisor, Social Development, CARICOM Secretariat, Dr. Hilary Brown, Program Manager, Culture and Community Development, CARICOM Secretariat, Dr. Jasmine Babb, Chairman of the NCF, Ms. Carol Roberts, CEO of the NCF and Festival Director, Ms. Susan Jones-Benjamin, Chair of the Regional Cultural Committee, Interim Festival Directorate delegates, Regional Cultural Committee delegates, distinguished colleagues, specially invited guests, staff of Division of Culture and the NCF, staff of the CARIFESTA Secretariat, staff of the CARICOM Secretariat, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? Good evening, everybody. Let's try to be a little multilingual this evening. Welcome this evening to the launch of CARIFESTA 15 here in Barbados. Some of my colleagues are always talking about how, this is the third CARIFESTA in Barbados, and it is. I would like to say that I've been here for all three, but I was born in 1981. So I have no memory of that one, but certainly if we think about CARIFESTA and all of the memories that are shared by those who were here in 1981, again in 2017, Barbados has a reputation, I believe, of pulling out all the stops for CARIFESTA, and it is no different this year. We have 10 disciplines ably led by professionals, experts in their fields, and I want to take this opportunity to introduce my team. In the culinary arts, we have Jennifer Barrow. Dance, Aisha Commichon. Fashion, Candy Nichols. Film and video, Chantal Graham. Literary arts, Naila Imoja. Music, Laurie Worrell. Symposium and big conversations, led by Dr. Mariel Barrow-Mignon. Theater arts, Rashida Brereton. And visual arts, for the curating of the exhibitions, we have Janice Whittle, and for visual arts programming, Akila Watts. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a round of applause. I am very happy to say that that team really is the heartbeat of the planning of this festival. They are the ones that have been tirelessly pulling together a program, curating events for the region and beyond to participate in. We have opportunities for collaboration across all disciplines. And I think one of the main complaints that we hear artists say about CARIFESTA over the years is that they don't get a chance to really collaborate with each other, to go to each other's events. And we are making a special effort this year to ensure that not only are you going to events, but you are having time to collaborate, to create new work across disciplines. Not just musicians and musicians, but musicians and dancers. Poets and literary artists can come together and get tracks done to their music. We have opportunities where we are going to be inviting guests from not only across the region, but internationally. And we have technical teams working along with international productions, international performers working with local performers. So there are lots of opportunities for collaboration. We have, of course, workshops, performances, masterclasses, showcases of art, craft, fashion, artist talks, and food. Let's not forget the food. There's lots and lots of food. And all across the programming for CARIFESTA, there is going to be something for everyone, from the very youngest at heart to the actual young children who are going to be with us, hopefully, during the festival. So I'm encouraging you to bring everybody out. Look out for continued calls for participation in all areas of the festival. And certainly, I look forward to welcoming the entire region and beyond to CARIFESTA 15 in August. Thank you.
Greetings, people. This is your boy Mikey Mercer, and I'm here to tell you about CARIFESTA. Now, CARIFESTA is a celebration of the arts to me, you understand? Not only music, but visual arts, cooking, all kinds, all types from all around the region. And they're all coming to Barbados the end of August. So you don't want to miss this. You get involved. I've been to CARIFESTA in Barbados before and overseas, and it's always a fantastic experience. I cannot wait to link up with my artistic family throughout the region and let's share experiences and make beautiful music, make beautiful memories for all of you to experience. So come out, enjoy yourself, and get involved. Big respect to the CARIFESTA 15 team. It's going to be amazing. I know it, right here in Barbados. See you there.
Our great musicians and calypsonians, and a man with a lot of energy. I want to say a special thanks to Michelle Cox, the artistic lead for CARIFESTA 15, and her team. Between her and the festival director, Roberts, trust me, it is going to be a festival on steroids. I also want to introduce you, and I'm not sure where they are, but wherever you are, when I call your name, please put up your hand. Andre Hoyt, the master of the grand market for the second CARIFESTA in Barbados. Every time he sees me, he says, "Forward we gotta talk. I got something fresh to add." And then we've got Kim Butcher, the program director. She's another person who is also running on steroids. And on top of all of that, she's putting out some amazing pieces, Voices from the Village. If you come across them on LinkedIn, they are great read. Ian Walcott-Skinner, who's responsible for our logistics. Ian, where are you? And also Jamal Cobham, our technical director, but who I call our fixer. You can't find it, you don't know where it is, call Jamal. And now it gives me great pleasure to welcome to the podium the Chief Cultural Officer of Barbados, Miss Andrea Wells. Andrea?
Good afternoon, everyone. Protocol having been established, it's my pleasure at this time to just give you a sneak peek of some of the Barbados contribution to CARIFESTA. Worked on this program is being delivered by the hardworking cultural officers of the Cultural Development Department of the NCF. Many of them who have experienced CARIFESTA are really in love with the energy that this regional festival brings in motivating new generations of artists. This year, we have a very rich and diverse program that's responding fully to the set theme. We are integrating technology, we are introducing our arts to the dynamic opportunities that technology presents, and we are presenting some of their creative expressions to you. Our Barbados Dance Night will feature Tech Steps, a technology-driven showcase featuring various mergers of dance and technology, from dance on film, dance in the use of green screen, dance and AI, dance and motion graphics, and even more in visual arts, a series of workshops introducing our artists as well as visiting artists to the use of new technologies in visual arts. We haven't forgotten the tradition. The tradition is what we build on every day. In music, there will be workshops with the masters, featuring not only Barbadian, but regional masters, introducing discussion, techniques, and experimentation in steel pan, drumming, and vocal techniques. And while we do know that our Barbadian artistic community, by virtue of being present, will benefit most from this, each of these workshops are open with registration to participating members of other CARICOM and diaspora delegations. In preparing for the festival, we are also investing in training our youth. There is a junior MC training program that has really developed a lot of wonderful young talent and showcased in our festivals at Cropover and NIFCA. We've expanded it for CARIFESTA. There'll be so many stages, both in the youth village and around the island, and you can look out for some of our up-and-coming young junior MCs playing their role and being developed on a bigger stage. Our theater, our national theater production, pays tribute to a global icon, Irvin Burgee. He is of Barbadian parentage. His mother was Barbadian, why he's a US citizen. He is the individual that first took calypso, that's born here in the Caribbean, internationally. We are celebrating his birthday. This year, we're celebrating him in a multidisciplinary production that will be the Barbados National Theatre production. In theater, we're also offering workshops, encouraging people to develop a play in a day, workshops for adults, a workshop for children based at the Barbados Museum. We'll be encouraging the engagement with history, not only of the history of Barbados, but the history of the region to spark ideas for theater. A lot of our programs extend and will impact the local community. We recognize that artists who are coming in are going to be learning a lot and getting a lot of energy from each other's, but we want every Barbadian at the community to be impacted. In the visual arts, we have a community mural and community activation program that includes a special legacy mural for the visually impaired. More on that to come, but it will be the first of its kind in Barbados. We're also invited young artists, Travis Hunt from Jamaica and Brianna McCarthy from Trinidad and Tobago, who will be working with a local team of artists to activate and elevate communities sustainably through the arts, keeping the environment in mind and demonstrating the use of the whole philosophy of reduce, reuse, and recycle for beautifying of communities. There'll also be installations, large three-dimensional installations of sculpture that will be available for not only Barbadian but visiting artists to decorate. These are some of the legacy projects that will end up beautifying aspects and communities in Barbados long after the festival has left us. And the visual arts will also include not only the Barbados National Exhibition, but national tours to visit artist studios and various galleries around the island for those who come looking specifically for the visual arts. In literary arts, masterclasses in writing, we've recognized a great opportunity for developing literature for children. And certainly this is not just the case in Barbados. At past Barbados booths at other CARIFESTAs that we've attended, there's always a great hunger for new literature for Caribbean children that tells stories that they identify with, that shows images that looks just like them. We will be hosting a masterclass in writing of books for children that will also be open for writers and illustrators, persons around the Caribbean who have a vested interest in this. And right across the festival, there will be big conversations. Our literary arts desk will be hosting one from Africa to the Caribbean and beyond. Anansi Speaks. Anansi is one of those wonderful aspects of oral heritage that has remained vibrant within the Caribbean and the diaspora. And we will be examining that with panelists from Barbados, from Ghana, and certainly from around the region, speaking for opportunities for using Anansi to basically reinforce the values that are so important to us, the values upon which we as a Caribbean build. They'll also be in collaboration with an organization called Writers Inc., literary tours of Bridgetown, which will engage with sights, sounds, and memories of various Barbadian writers. Produced by Writers Inc., there is so much to learn and to appreciate our literary tradition in the spaces that would have inspired much of these. And I think new to the CARIFESTA program, a special focus on what we call heritage. There's a hair and body adornment workshop, showcase, and competitions over 3 days, where we're going to be showcasing the vibrant creativity of our hair braiders, our locticians, our tattoo artists, and our body painters. This is something that is common in every Caribbean country. This year, we want to put a special focus on it. We're celebrating the upsurge of this activity in Barbados, and we're sharing the opportunity to engage with it, to discuss it, to critique it, and to show it off at CARIFESTA. The artists of Barbados are welcoming you, and we all look forward to sharing what we have to offer and engaging with what the artists of the region will bring to us. I thank you all.
Thank you very much, Andrea Wells. The Chief Cultural Officer of Barbados is definitely going to be putting on a show, so I encourage you to come on out to the event. And the thing with the CARIFESTA, it's always a too much choice dilemma. How many things can I go to in the space of 10 days? I also want to remind you that our website is live, so please feel free to go on the website. We'll be updating it constantly with events. All the programming will be in the calendar. There will be things for you to see, register for events, especially for the Grand Market. Those spaces are going fast and furious, as well as all the other things. Volunteers, we need over 300 volunteers to support the festival, so please go on our website. You're going to find all of our information there, and in another couple of days, we will also be releasing the app, so please do that. And now, to round out this evening's formalities, we invite the Global Media Director of CARIFESTA 15, Ms. Josanne Leonard, to share a few closing thoughts. Josanne?
Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much, all protocols observed. This is particularly to our regional audience, our regional media who have responded at very short notice and know that they're going to be partnering with us for everything running up into CARIFESTA. A special shout out to all the artists around the region, many of them who've joined us even before they know they're going to delegations and who are going to be making their way here to Barbados. And I want to especially thank them. You'll be seeing a lot of their content, and some of it has already been on social media. I, especially from a personal standpoint, being a true Caribbean, I want to thank the Prime Minister Mia Mottley, for her invitation to come and work alongside and work with Barbados and the Festival Directorate in carrying CARIFESTA far and wide, given the time that we're in. And so I thought, some appropriate words, because there have been lots of speeches, lots of words, but I thought as a Caribbean, I would quote our lovely, endeared Peter Minshall, Trinidad and Tobago, who is now, sort of into his twilight years and has had just a very successful film done on his Tall Boys. And it is to remind us about who we are, where we're going, and Caribbean civilization needing all of us to put our shoulders to the wheel. Poem for Our Times by Peter Minshall, Who Am I? I am not a European. I am not an African. I am not an Indian. I am not Chinese or Syrian. I am not an Amerindian. I am not an American, North or South. I am none of these. I am all of these. I am a Caribbean. I am a rare hybrid. I am a richly textured, multi-layered creature. I am precious as a pearl. The world is my oyster. I see the world clearly from my island, and Peter, forgive me, my continental vantage. I do not harbor the vanities of a big city dweller or someone from a vast continent. I am the tip of the spear that leads into the future. I am a Caribbean. They say the Caribbean is a sea. Yes, I am an island in it. Much blood has been spilled in that sea. All the waters of humanity wash my shores. I am a Caribbean, Peter Minshall. And I ask all of you here this evening, a fitting way for us, let's just say, I, all together, I am a Caribbean. Again, I am a Caribbean. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that, Josanne. And another member of the team, she is not last and certainly not least. I want you to put your hands together for Dawn Lisa Callender. She is the coordinator for special events. I promise you, the opening ceremony of CARIFESTA is going to be spectacular. So please, let's put our hands together for another member of the team, Dawn Lisa Callender. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, the official launch of the CARIFESTA jingle. Now you would have heard the festival director talk about collabs. And there's going to be something in CARIFESTA called a live lab where you can book in a space and collaborate with whoever. But the jingle is definitely a collab. It's sang by Nikita Herbert, Jaden Knight, and 13-year-old Sky Dowridge. It's produced by Chris Allman Studios, written by Darren Holder and T-Rex, coordinated and written by RPB Red Plastic Bag. Ladies and gentlemen, the CARIFESTA jingle.
We gather as one, united Caribbean. We join hands in one big cultural explosion. The heartbeat of the drum, our rhythm in the sun. With pride and passion, time for celebration. Let's show the world boundless creativity. Let's show the world the beauty of our artistry. Let's show our roots, Caribbean roots. Our roots, Caribbean roots. Let's show our roots, Caribbean roots. Roots, Caribbean roots. CARIFESTA. CARIFESTA. Barbados. CARIFESTA. We gather as one, united Caribbean. We join hands in one big cultural explosion. The heartbeat of the drum, our rhythm in the sun. With pride and passion, time for celebration. Let's show the world boundless creativity. Let's show the world the beauty of our artistry. Let's show our roots, Caribbean roots. Our roots, Caribbean roots. Let's show our roots, Caribbean roots. Roots, Caribbean roots. CARIFESTA. CARIFESTA. Barbados. CARIFESTA.
Yes, indeed, something is definitely happening, and it is happening in Barbados. CARIFESTA 15, August 22nd to the 31st. Thank you all so much for being with us this evening. We want to say a special thanks to those who joined us online, to all of our regional partners who are watching this live on YouTube or on your national broadcaster. Thank you so much. We really enjoyed this. This was the official launch of CARIFESTA 15. See you in Barbados.